Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast. Me, Matt. We're free for all here on Alpine Autobahn on the Eastern Front. Let's go for the players. Represent the Soviets first. We have Rachel without a commander. We have Bookhorse, also without a commander. And finally, we have Duke Marmalade, also without a commander. I suppose we'll pick commanders soon enough. Represent the Germans there. We have not big up to Waffen SS without a commander choice. We have Maverick straight to the gate with Panzerjäger tactics for the Waffen SS. And rounding out the Germans, we have DB Nawak as the Wehrmacht without a commander choice. Autobahn, or Alpine Autobahn is a very cool custom map that's been made, I believe, by Rachel here, actually. It's a little bit more made in the Common Heroes 1 style when it comes to resources. Like, you see these connection points actually don't provide any resources. And points generally only provide one resource in particular. Of course, it looks like these territories just provide one of each once you actually grab them, but oh, never mind. Intriguing, so I guess stuff like this one does not actually provide anything. Very intriguing. Looks like DB Nawak has gone for stuff. Still Panzerjäger, and nothing yet for the big ups. We'll need to keep an eye on both sides as they move up. They'll pick their commanders probably very soon after engaging. Servers are probably waiting to see what Germans are picking so they can counter pick, is at least my guess. Somewhere in the Eastern Front late in the war, so Soviets are pushing forwards. Germans are pushing up to try and hold this Autobahn here. This road for supplies further down the line, probably. Need to see what happens. Indeed, the first shots will soon be fired somewhere. But it's just when and where. Also, they've already been fighting in the center. It's the Panzerjägers, I mean, targeted the conscripts trying to dig in out here in the open river. Well, the dry river bit. Mostly dry river bit. So it's will be able to get this munitions point though. Will certainly help them stick around for a bit. Oh, 30 munitions on this one. Yeah, some of these side points are quite important. Oh, von Zwickingen counting some Volksgrenadiers here. I think that Molotov might be able to help the Soviets win. And these are von Zwicking's squad, not a Conscript squad. But still the Volksgrenadiers are doing decently, but still they don't want to be that close to that many Soviets. So the folks have been pushed up. Meanwhile, the Grenadiers are going to try and move north to try and cut off the Soviets again. But the Force Grenadiers will be able to pull out safely. And he's now going to use heavy cover behind this destroyed truck and hit the Soviets behind this destroyed truck. And you can see the Fonzaviki are pretty good at aiming compared to the conscripts, so they had to take a fight here to the Grenadiers. And yes, of the Waffen SS are trying to dig in the center here. And then countering the conscripts. We're gonna have a very wide front here, I think. The north, the Sturmgrenadiers are slowly pushing up against the Soviets. Cover to cover fighting, but the Sturmgrenadiers should win out these engagements. One guy's wounded there on the Autobahn, not a nice sight. But the Soviets will lose these cover to cover fights, especially at that range. The Wehrmacht meanwhile is suffering heavy losses down here. The Soviets are pushing up pretty hard. And these are not gonna last long like that, they have to pull back. Actually, they lose the Grenadier squad. Maybe the Pioneers are holding up inside this church down here. Also, there's a truck that drove into the church. That's a nice little bit of environmental storytelling. I like that Rachel's doing like that kind of stuff with the map. I like to see environmental storytelling. You know, the Waffen is slowly pushing up here in the river. But the Soviets are meanwhile pushing up here to try and cut off the Germans. It's so far working out. There's an MG-34 though now for the Germans to hold this line. Which means these Sturmgrenadiers can be pulled back to try and protect their cutoff point. They have to move quickly though. Indeed, the Soviets are quickly just moving on after they decaptured the point. Sometimes that's enough. Maybe we have a Wehrmacht Schlepper coming up to set up a HQ for the Waffen SS. Waffen SS are holding the center here with a Chiba infantry. The 17 SS Grenadiers are a cheap alternative to the Sturmgrenadiers. More kinds of Volksgrenadiers or Grenadiers of the Wehrmacht, to be honest. They work out pretty well. Most of the Soviets have been pushed back on the southern flank here. And trying to take up. Looks we have a command choice, so it's going to be tank. Okay. We also have shock in the center here for the Soviets. So most of the Soviets have picked their commanders now. What about the northern Soviet flank? Still nothing. Once we got on the flank here, trying to hit this MG44. But they are being hit quite hard there by the Fonzaviki. Fonzaviki, after all, much more accurate than the conscripts, as I've said before. They have to pull back still. That is still a machine gun. Sturmgrenadiers are counting more Soviets up here. Sturmgrenadiers are slowly being whittled down, but they're still fighting. Molts are being tossed their way. And they get some pretty accurate shots in too. You know, the Wehrmacht is trying to push up here, laying down some mines. Good to see. Still need to get troops on this munitions point though. As the Soviets are bringing up more troops now, including officers and guards. You have tank guards here being fully equipped with PPSHs with the stick magazine. Still that's a full squad of fully equipped, well, mostly fully equipped with automatic weaponry. That's quite scary actually. That's a lot of firepower. But fairly cheap too. They're only 50 munitions. That's actually not bad at all. That's a lot of submachine guns. And lots of Fonzaviki coming up as well to apply support fire. Now the Soviets are doing a push to the center with their conscripts. Forcing the Germans somewhat back. And up here, the Soviets also pushing back the Germans now with an armored car. It's a big push here across the entire front by the Soviets. Might kill some sappers there. Guards are trying to close this MG. Throwing a great assault, that actually might be enough. But they have to pull back still. Oh, almost killed the MG team though. Might still get shot down now. Oh. Oh, they may get that. That's close. Oh, more mines have been laid too. Good to see. They're not really doing too much damage, but they are doing something. Also fairly cheap for the Germans to lay. 5 grenade there. Very decent, but didn't do much damage. It was well placed though. Mthis is doing a counter assault in the center with the 17th SS Grenadiers. Lots of MG34s being handed out to their squads. They are bunching up though, which is not a good idea. Being piled up like that makes them an easy target for suppression. And here comes the Maxim. And they are lower quality infantry, so they will get suppressed faster. I think it's 33%? No, they actually consider regulars, my bad. They're not poor infantry, they were considered regular. They're just being suppressed at a normal rate. It's just that the Sturmgrenadiers, I think, are considered experienced. Yeah, so they actually do not get suppressed slower too. Or faster too. Interesting. There's something new every day. You know, the Soviets having a firepower with the pioneers inside the structure. Small AT guns being pulled up here by the Wehrmacht, as well as an officer of the Volksgrenadiers on the field. Trying to lead the fight to the front line. Still Handgranate. Fairly decent one at that. Might actually kill that squad. Looks like they do. Artillery's been calling here by the Soviet lieutenant. Probably around here. No, it's around the 8C gun. Interesting. Not sure it'll hit much though. Nope. Germans dodge it fairly easily. You know, the center though, the Soviets are still trying to push up, but they're encountering a lot of Wehrmacht infantry. You have a Panzerjäger amongst them. Grenade being tossed there. Lots of MG34s on all this infantry. Mthis is also trying to push up here. Still no Comanches, minor play up north. Oh, that's a good great assault there from the Sturm Pioneers. It looks like Duke Marmalade was surprised at how potent that was. They lost a lot of units very quickly. Might you consider picking a commander now to get some kind of units out.
Anti-tank gun has taken the field.
Well, the Waffen has maintained their grip hold on the northern flank. Artillery going in here from the Germans now to deny the Soviets some space. Not really doing too much though. Tank guards are still around on the field here with their PPSHs. Also T-60 arriving here. Intriguing. Basically, think of a T-70 but with an autocannon instead. Pretty damn useful. And lay down a lot of suppressive fire against infantry. But that light 80 gun might actually be enough to deal with it. Germans have secured a lot of the front line though. Control and very vital munitions, but actually they control both the vital munitions points. There's gonna be a lot of extra weaponry for the Germans to utilize. Guards are taking some losses there at range. They're not really behind cover. And the German lieutenant is doing his best, the lieutenant, I mean. Here comes the T-60 though. Germans do have some cover to work with, but it won't last for long. Grenadier squad has to move out, but they get mowed down. Lieutenant is not making a run for it. And up here, looks like the Mthis is pushing up again. Lots of back and forth up there. Lots of Storm Grenadiers in the field. Very expensive, but very good at their job. That's a very big investment there from Not Big Ups early on. Looks like a House Storm Fury suddenly here calling in some kind of artillery barrage. Maybe precision. Around here. And the Soviets are setting up more stuff around this area as a new front line. German artillery comes in, it's howitzer artillery at that. But it looks like it's mostly avoided. T-60 has caused a lot of issues for the Germans down here. I-80 is trying to do its best. Gets a good little penetration there. But it is a very low caliber AT gun after all. Only 3.7, not very big at all. Another good shot there. It's gonna force the T-60 back. You have some motor guards on the field here. Another unique unit available to tank regiment. Ooh, 80 guns, machine guns being cleared, which allows the guards to get closer. And now that 80 gun is going to be cleared up pretty easily. Half-class squad in the field here, but they are not going to be in a good position for long. 80 gun cleared out here by the Soviets. Now they can focus on the Aufklan, the Panzerjäger. So the Mthis keeps pushing up here, being very aggressive with the Sturm Grenadiers. I would almost think they're playing as the Sturm Commander at this point, with how aggressive they're being pushing up. We can now have to try and deal with this flank as well. Some consequences being pushed forwards. But they're running into the MT-42 in this Sturm Grenadier squad. Also, the Sturm Grenadiers have to pull back. They're under too much fire. You don't want to risk losing those squads. They are very expensive squads after all. The no Comanches here from Duke Marmalade or the Mthis in the north. But the Soviets are now captured the church down here. Tangots mow down the pioneers with their PPS Aegis, leaving no survivors. You have the German military police surviving on the front line now to help oversee the front line. As the Wehrmacht is very low on morale on this southern flank. Relying a lot on the Mthis in the north and the center to try and hold back the Soviets. HU-76 now arriving for the Soviet Union. Little assault gun and can also serve as an artillery piece. Pretty handy. Very cheap and fairly reliable. More artillery landing around here. Not sure who'd called in. Probably as Hauptsturmführer. Probably trying to take out the structure there, but not really hitting much. More pioneers will be called to replace the front line here. Captain Huno doing their best from this little position with an MT-42. Also the lieutenant working next to the military officer. Well, the military police officer to be specific. You also have Hauptmann arriving. Looks like all the officers from the Wehrmacht are starting to arrive here. They'll oversee the front line and fight very closely to it. We like the Staff Division's Hauptmann, but he has a pipe. It's a very nice little portrait. Also, we have the Staff Division Strafttruppen also coming out. So during penal troopers soon. Unique to Staff Division. We also have a pack here for the Wehrmacht, just a pack 38 though, a 5cm. It's a much smaller caliber. Well, not really, it's much smaller, but it's smaller than the pack 40. Captain Huno taking some heavy hits here. And the Hauptmann has been killed by the pack team as they hit into his cover. It's not really good. Ooh, the Captain Huno got killed. I think the Hauptmann or Lieutenant should probably pick that MG42 and get moving. We need to grab that MG42. There we go, that's good. Definitely want the Leutnant to have that. Altså, hvad er Leutnant for Straba is actually considered regular. He's actually fairly decent in the front line compared to most officers. Like the Hauptmann here is actually considered poor because officers are not actually supposed to be in the direct lane of fire. Not really what they do best. And here we have the penal troopers, the Straftruppen. Oh, this is going on. The Panzer IV of the Waffen-SS in the north is pushing. Of course, engages for the Soviet Union. The center here, the Germans are just digging in and waiting. The shock regiment for the Soviets are just waiting around. And now here the fighting continues. The guards are going on the flank here. PBSA is trying to do their best. They have to pull back. Border guards also pressed. Not sure they should push up there though. Very difficult, very risky to push up like that. Do clear out the pack. We have more motor guards in the field as well. Looks like Rachel's going for a very elite Soviet army, which is very possible to do. Serving Soviet commanders do get some very good elite infantry. Very aggressive. The Hauptmann is doing his best here, leading from the front line. We also have the Aufklar pushing up now, and a new MG34. More Grenadiers also present. Artillery going in the center of the Soviets, they have to split up. There's going to be a lot of artillery. So far fortunate. Looks like the body armor here of the shock Maxim team helped protect them a little bit. Panzer IV is encountering the T-34. Still no commanders on the northern flank. Being a little bit indecisive here. Panzer IV does have a decent chance against the T-34. Especially with the pack nearby to cover it. It looks like the Waffen-SS Sturmgrenadier is ready to push up again. Question is what commander he will go, if he'll go anything. Panzer IV pushes up, T-34 can take a shot. Fails to penetrate. I suppose to get some good damage there. Artillery going on the southern flank here. Force the Germans to move again. Ranging shots going in. There's generally a good indicator from the Soviets that an artillery strike is coming in. Smoke in the center here, and then the Soviets push. Good to see. Lots of Molotov on the Germans' prepared positions. Burning the Germans down. Do have a stock F8 arriving here. Already being loaded with high explosive rounds. Soviets trying to get close here with an AT grenade. And it's not really working out for them. Do get a grenade off. Doing middling damage. You also have a Hausturmführer here in the center. The fighting continues. The commander up here yet? Still nothing. Northern flank is still not deciding what they want to be. From either side. Southern flank is now in the hand of the Soviet Union, but they still need to get up and get this vital point. You also have a baby tiger here, unique to Strafdivision. Basically an up-armored Panzer II with surprisingly good armor for how small it is. Not very good against other tanks though, because it is only armored and autocannon. That said, it can deal with infantry fairly well. And because of its high armor, it's actually, sometimes a little bit of a difficult nut to crack. Basically impervious to the basic anti-tank rifle grenades you can usually use anti-tank grenades against. At least the rifle ones. It's also mostly impervious to anti-tank rifles. Even if also pushing up here. Panzer IV has to work really hard here. High explosive hits a tree. The high explosive hits the barricade though, forcing the Sturmgrenadiers back. Panzer IV is certainly gonna have trouble here. That's two T-34s. Pack is supporting it though. Oh, big shot down from the T-34s. Panzer IV to pull back. T-34s pull back to prepare for another push. And that Panzer IV needs repairs immediately. The Panzerjäger's Panzerbrücke is not going to do much against the T-34 at range. But that Panzerstrike would if they can get close enough. Pack remains around though. So it's in the center here with more artillery going in. Actually, that's a Luftwaffe coming in. Shrieking. Strafing run here from the Luftwaffe. Not doing much damage though, but it is forced the Soviets to move. Body armor is the unique upgrade for all your support teams if you're playing as shock, by the way. Can actually really help them. That extra armor and extra health can really do a lot of work. Makes them a lot more resilient than you'd think. Ooh, FA gets hit there by a T-34. Forcing it back, smoke being popped. After this is preparing more of their panzers up here. But after this keeps pushing up every now and then with their Sturm Grenadiers. So far doing pretty good at the assault actually. MG42 also coming up here. Having been manned by Sturm Pioneers of all things. Maxim gets cleared out. T-34 was moving up to try and intercept. Maxim being recruited here by some sappers. Good high explosive. Actually, another good high explosive missed. Panzer remains here to try and shoot out that T-34 at range. But a good shot there. But T-34 is about to push up. There's a Panzer strike nearby. Oh, it penetrates! Oh, that's bad. And the Panzers got cleared out. This Panzer IV could be in trouble. But the T-34 is deciding not to push it. They're trying to be a little bit more cautious. Especially now that the second Panzer IV is coming up. Being somewhat aggressive here. T-34 is not going to want to stay there. Oh yeah, one shot. Oh, they might want to pull it back. Sabas get cleared out. Hunters are jumping off the tank. And looks like we have a commander choice. It's going to be tanks. So we have double tank here for the Soviet Union. Now Nobby should know what his enemy has picked, so he can probably pick accordingly. The Soviets are pushing down here again. Using a lot of smoke. Heavy mortar arriving here for the Staff Division. Unique to Staff Division, it is basically the same mortar that the Soviets used, the very heavy one. Basically copied directly. Germans copied a lot of designs from the Soviets on the Eastern Front. Oh, I didn't want to straight in that Sis gun. Laying it out, basically. Now, the Baby Tiger's actually doing a lot of good job supporting the German infantry, too. So you would kind of expect of it. Panzer IVs are pushed pretty far up. Pushed pretty far up here. Could be considered risky, especially because these are Panzer IVJs. Their turrets turn very slowly because they're hand cranked. Oh, T-34 ram! Damn! That ram might be enough to allow the Soviets to win this engagement. Panzer IVs to quickly try and pull out of there. Oh, it was a mine! Oh, that's a dead Panzer IV. It's detract. It's actually cleared out. The Soviets can actually capture it. And they immediately tried to capture this Panzer IV. And the Germans, I don't think, have the AT gun up here. It's nearby, but it needs to turn towards that Panzer IV. Panther tank also being prepared because it looks like that they've gone for Panzer Division, and the Panthers are definitely a good choice. T-34s keep pushing up here. They also bring up more infantry quickly. They can equip the Sturm Grenadiers now with some MP40s on the side because they're playing as Panzer. Generally not a bad choice. Oh, the T-34 is just splitting through. There's not enough up here to stop it. It's trying to get behind our line. KV-8 also being prepared behind us. I think that's a KV-8. Is it? Yeah, that's a KV-8. That's certainly a breakthrough tank. This T-34 is getting quite far behind the German lines. But there's a Panther tank coming. And the T-34 is not prepared for this. Turret jammed. Is it going to try desperate ram? Not gonna arrive in time though. Also the Luftwaffe also flew overhead again for a strafe. But it looks like the Soviets will be able to capture and use this Panzer IV. Shock troopers down in the center here. Need to shock division. Very strong infantry, very elite infantry. Very expensive though. Stokey Face trying to push up. The assist guns though. A little bit of assist front has been set up. I suppose run hits, but does not do much. The barricade and the well, the sandbags and the armor certainly helping the shock troopers. Another conscripts. Now here in the southern flank, the Soviets are trying to push again. The Wehrmacht is suffering heavy losses, but they can retreat back here where they've still reporting for their headquarters. We also have Panzer IV arriving. Baby Tiger still doing its best here. Just covering the flank a little bit. Probably a very good use of it, to be honest. T-5045 is time to arrive though for the Soviets on the southern flank. Panther up here is about to overrun. Sturmgrenadiers are trying to get close to help. Oh, good Panzerfaust there, and the Panzerfaust blocks for the ram. Oh, that's not good. I think the Panther might make it. Oh, damn, that was close. Here comes the KV-8 though, and the German infantry do not want to be close to that thing. And they realize it's there. Panther has to pull back for repairs though. Yeah, the Sturmgrenadiers do not want to be anywhere close to the KV-8. That thing can just destroy infantry so quickly. What's it going in under the Soviet positions? Pulled in by the hub. Actually, it's not activity, it's another airstrike. The Luftwaffe is being very active today. Not really hitting too much though. Tiger tank is being prepared behind us. 85 is starting to push down here. Just that the baby Tiger is still active. But Germans gonna have issues dealing with these 85s. With Panzer Strict though. Panzer IV is doing his best here. Oh, good shot from the Panzerjägers. And the fire continues down here. Panzer is just waiting for another shot. They might have a chance here. Panzer IV gets cleared out though. Oh, it's not looking good. Soviets are doing another big push here, but there's an MT-42 in. But there's a grenade on the Lieutenant who has MT-42. Straftroops comes up. Oh, there's too much. Germans might lose a lot of units here. Baby Tiger still doing its best. This thing is actually doing surprisingly well. It's just a little bit of a nuisance. But Germans need to spread out. The Soviets know where this forward HQ is. They can probably zero it in with artillery at some point. It looks like something happened up here. What did Duke Marmalade do? Did I miss something? I'm curious what happened here. Was it a mine? Oh, and now the Sturmgrenadiers run straight into the KV-8. Oh, that sucks. And yeah, sorry, because it's a wide front, I'm gonna miss a lot of the action sometimes because I'm only one person. I can't keep an eye on everything. Nope. We have a Molotov going in there. Forces the Lieutenant back. Panzerjägers again trying to do their best here, but they're out in the open. Really being pinned down. Hellman suffering heavy losses too. Germans in general just suffering heavy losses. They need to pull back again. Panzerjägers get mowed down. Stock G in the flank. Oh, Baby Tiger gets penetrated by an 85 and blows up. Well, ammo racked actually. Ooh, that's a lot of smoke. We just serve the smoke here by the Soviets. Just continuously pinning down the German tanks, making them unable to shoot. Luftwaffe strafes over the area again. We also have a Hetz on the field here. And Jagdpanzer coming in as well. We also have the 17th SS Panzergrenadiers here. Very good anti-tank Panzergrenadiers, so they're able to Panzerjäger. Can be equipped with MG42 100 rounds as we see. Also being the Panzerbüchse, so they actually have a little bit of everything they need here. But the Wehrmacht is suffering heavy losses down here. I don't think they can hold for long. The Soviet Union is about to reach a critical mass, I think. Oh, decent grade there. Once the T-34s reach a critical mass down here, they'll just overrun the German line. That's it, the stuff Division is doing its best. KB1 is on the northern front as well. KB is doing his best against all this infantry, but took a big hit from a pack. He needs to be careful of that Tiger as well. Titan does need to be cautious though. It's not a Panther. Its frontal armor is not going to be as likely to block assist shot. That said, it's still a Tiger. Can he clear out that pack? Oh, that Sysgun. Taking a little bit. That heavy copper is really helping. Not a good shot there. There we go, then they clear it out. That shield really protected the crew. I guess they were both surprised it took so long. And looks like the Soviets is time to push down here. So the Tiger tank being prepared by the Germans. Oh, that's a Panzer strike they've equipped, I think. Or it was just a Panzerfaust they used. I think it was just a Panzerfaust actually. But T-34s are starting to get some damage. The Staff Division is lacking anti-tank equipment though. Panzerfaust are kind of all they have. But I don't think that'll be enough. They might need to get support from the sender here. Can the sender relocate a vehicle or something? That's the question. The Waffen says they're slowly pushing up for the sender here. Seems like they have no intention of just sending a vehicle over to help yet. Despite the fact that the southern flank is about to collapse, I think. I do not think the Wehrmacht can hold for much longer. Especially with more weapons now coming on, so I feel another KV-8 will actually do the trick down here, I think. I don't think the Germans are prepared for a KV-8. They are getting another Panzer IV-H though. But yeah, I don't think the Germans can hold. Oh, there goes the 4 HQ. The Wehrmacht really needs help. They quickly move to grab the pack here again, or will it be enough? Always hard to judge. More conscripts are coming up as well. It's not going to be enough here to cover it. The conscripts get close and just toss a Molotov. And up here, the Waffen has got a lot of equipment. 2 Tigers and a Command Panther arriving. And that's certainly going to be a problem here for the Soviets. All of them Soviet flanks are really equipped for dealing with this at the moment. Especially if they all coordinate. Yeah, the KV-1 is not really designed for dealing with Tigers. Especially 2 Tigers. KV-8 will try to stun though. But there's a second Tiger. I like the use of all the smoke though. Will tries to pin down the Tigers here. But the KV-8 gets cleared out. With this going on, the Soviets are now overrunning the southern flank. Wehrmacht has been pushed further back. They need some kind of support still. And the Waffen in the center have suffered some damage. They still have their Jagdpanzer though. Panzer is set to pull back. They're still bunched up a little bit too much, makes them easier to hit. And you do not want to blob in a Spearhead / Ironside, it's not good. You always want to be spread out as possible. Good explosive there from the Tiger. And there's not really much to stop the Tiger tanks, you just need the Sturmgrenadiers to move with them. You always want to have infantry support near your tanks. Especially Panzergrenadiers, but we don't see any Panzergrenadiers at the moment. The Soviets need to either keep pushing the southern flank or reallocate the vehicles north. But it's not looking good. They might be pushing through the southern flank, but the Germans can just try and hold on. The northern flank is where it's going to matter, I think. You see an IS-2 now running for the tank division for the Soviets. The IS-2 is certainly a dangerous thing. Boom! boom, there goes the Panzer Voyage. The 85s are just pushing through. The German Wehrmacht needs some help here. They just do not have the equipment for dealing with this. And the 85s are very dangerous. It's a very dangerous tank. I believe the IS-2 is the most heavily armored allied vehicle in the game, apart from perhaps one of the Churchills. It's certainly the most dangerous to be able to deal with German vehicles head to head. You can actually fight Panthers and Tigers head on. Sometimes even the King Tiger. One TV-45 gets cleared out. Need to move this pack quickly. Looks like the TV-45s have been pushed up for a while. KB is about to push though. I don't think a pack can kill an 88 in time. Especially when it can get this close. This is not looking good. Middle up here. Looks like the Germans are keeping their tanks supplied with an Opel Blitz nearby. The Luftwaffe pushes in again with another strafe. Jagdtiger coming in, probably the most heavily armored vehicle in the entire game. Absolutely ridiculous how much frontal armor the Jagdtiger has. Oh, a little bit of an anti-tank rifle shot on the side of the... and a Captain Panzerfaust, a command Panzer. Panther might actually be stocked soon. Yeah, it's taking a large bit of mobility damage. Oh, and it's being shot from a flank from a T-54 as well. There's a Tiger nearby though, but it missed with his high explosive round. Oh, Panther needs to be very careful. Especially now there's an IS-2 nearby. But the Surge is getting more and more vehicles on the southern flank. The Wehrmacht needs to just get ready and fortify. He needs some telemines being laid very smart to prevent them in case they push through and get to the base. Germans are preparing for the worst case scenario now. With the Tigers and the Panther still fighting up there, or just at least getting repaired. As the next wave of Surge infantry pushes forward. Remember, the Tiger tank is still vulnerable to Cis guns. Do not overestimate it. Oh, there goes Super Blitz. Looks like the Panzer Grenadiers are being heading southwards now. I need to use some infantry behind some cover. More soldiers are prepared down here. Another T-45. That's going to be a lot of the 85s. I don't think the Panzer Grenadiers are actually equipped for dealing with this. Like if this KVA comes up here, that could be very big trouble. You see the Jagdtiger now arriving. Luftwaffe is also coming in for another strafe. Here comes the KV-8, and indeed the Panzer Grenadiers immediately try to make a run for it. That's exactly what you want to do when a flamethrower tank comes up like that. And just do their best to try and hold here. But here comes the KV-8 again. Flamethrower bursts towards them. And burn them alive. Do not underestimate how long range a flamethrower tank actually has. That thing can actually shoot far. I have to keep an eye on the northern flank. Looks like the Tigers have pushed back. Looks like one Tiger actually got destroyed. I bet it was by this IS-2. IS-2 can insta-kill them, I think, if it gets a penetrating shot with its armor-piercing round. Very dangerous. But normally just fires high explosive rounds. Takes out an MT-42 team there. Looks like the Soviets are making a push on the southern flank with T-54s. One T-54 gets cleared out. Germans have not prepared any telemines up here, but there is the Jagdtiger. And the T-54s, no, they cannot fight that thing head on. At least not easily. KV-8 might not last long if they can keep sight on it. Oh, he manages to back off. The Surge Snowden just needs to be very careful. If they can get around the Jagdtiger, they can kill it super easily. T-34 tries to push up here, covering for the IS-2. IS-2 gets high explosive there, and the Yaktik almost killing it. Loading armor piercing around now. I think they lost sight of the Yak Panzer. But as you can see, the German tanks are going to have issues penetrating an IS-2. Especially frontally. Oh, Yaktik needs to be very cautious with his movements. It could open itself up to a flanking maneuver. And if this thing gets outflanked, it's basically dead. So you have a Tiger tank moving down here to try and support the Yak Panzer. Armor piercing round's been loaded. Oh, they lost sight again. They need to keep sight of that Yak Panzer. It's not easy for them to achieve. Tiger tank pushes up. Oh, bounced. And penetrating the shot there on the IS-2. That's the pullback. And well, the Yaktik is down here. Lots of infantry supporting it. But this thing is going to be very cumbersome to move. The 85s quickly need to relocate. They cannot stand there and just have a frontal fight with it. Are they going to try and flank around? They might be. They might have an opening. They just need to act very quickly. KV is going to try and make a push. It's going to try and be a distraction. 85s are quickly driving forwards. Artillery going in. That's going to be one dead 85. But so it's still going to try and go for it. He just needs to keep driving quickly. Everyone is going to try and ram. They've detracted. Oh, and they got it. That is how the Soviets do it. Holy shit. That was impressive. Very good for the T-34s. Well, this guy got a Tiger tanks push with the sender. So it's losing the IS-2s. And up here in the northern flank, though, the Soviets are also pushing. But the command pan for the Tiger has to quickly relocate. They have managed to make a little bit of a push in the center, though. Oh, another assist penetrating shot. But the southern and northern flank are slowly caving in. The Soviets are just bringing so many tanks. That's kind of power the T-3045 when you get to the late game. Especially if you have two Soviet tank commanders, that's a lot of T-3045s. Mines are now being laid here by the Soviets just in case they get pushed back again. Good to see. Also the truck with more sappers being called in. Oh, the Panzer Grenadiers have been pushed back here by 85s. Tiger tank and command panther needs to be very cautious. The Tiger tank can be easily penetrated by an 85, so you need to be very careful. The T-5045 is just overall a really decent tank, but mostly because of that 85mm gun. That gun basically does everything. It's even threatening the German forward headquarters up here now. The SS is having quite a few issues. Another Tiger tank has arrived though. But the Germans are still a little bit on the back foot. The Staff Division is still bringing up more equipment and laying more mines. Good to see. They realize they definitely need to bring some mines here to the field. The Hauptmann is actually a veteran 4. Damn, he's seen a lot of action already. So the Lieutenant is veteran 5. Damn. Pretty damn good officer then. I guess pulling back for repairs here. They have a repair station they can go back to. The Soviets are just getting more and more ground slowly and laying up barricades here to put their scissors behind. Also got a captured pack here. 85 still needs to be cautious of the Tiger though, simply because the Tiger's gun will insta-kill the T-34s if it penetrates. It is still an 88mm. But they have 85 millimeters, so the Tiger still has to be cautious. Like, that's risky. That's very risky. Takes a 1 T-54 there, though. Oh, yeah, that's a shot there from a assist gun. And the Surge are keeping flares on it, so they know where it is. Oh, those assist guns are doing a lot of good work, actually. This guy and the Panskis are pushing down here in the center. Lots of Molotovs going around. And here comes the D5s. Being very aggressive with them, good to see. That's exactly what the Suez are supposed to do when they get a lot of them. Just be the menace you're meant to be. More high explosive rounds being loaded. Oh, good one right there. And down here the T-45 is also pressing. They are probably fairly cheap at this point. Let's see how expensive. Yeah, only 250 manpower, 50 fuel because they got all the upgrades for them as tank commander. That's some very cheap tanks. So as long as they just keep getting the manpower and the fuel, they can push one of these out basically every minute at this point, which is very fast. That is a lot of T-45. And the German officers are definitely in trouble here. Pax are trying to do their best here. So far, not really penetrating well. I feel as if this penetration chance is not really that good. It's not really doing much. Kapitan's also on the front line now for the Soviets. Looks like the shock troopers are doing a bit of an assault here. EBSH are ripping into the Germans. Center shots not moving much to the head, so they're unlucky. Shock troopers have to pull back. Because they cannot take that fight when the Panzergrenadiers arrive. Looks like someone is running out of munitions. Looks like book horses. They probably spend their munitions on a lot of stuff. Grenadiers are having a little bit longer firefight here. The Soviets are spread out. Oh, the recon team got spotted though. Oh, good mortar round though. Forcing the Sturmgrenadiers back. Tigers are trying to push forwards though. That's a lot of AT equipment and an 85. Tigers needs to be very cautious here. Oh, yeah, turret jammed. Good high explosive though. Tigers has to quickly pull back. Well, the 85 still pushing down here. We also have the Capitan pulling in some kind of super heavy Katyusha strike. And if 132mm, that's some pretty big rockets. And you can hear them coming in. Not really hitting the vital stuff though. Honestly, it didn't really hit much. The Soviets have a lot of T-45s prepared still. We must still hold the center. But tank forces on the flank are certainly taking losses. Not a panic being called in here.
Yes, comrade.
Machine gun resistance fighters ready.
85s are gearing up for the push across the front line. The Wehrmacht is still again trying to do their best. Stuba is being called in soon, as well as a Stuck. Will it be enough? The Yaktika wreck is still there and it's being used as cover at the moment. Certainly do well as cover, it's pretty damn big. 85 skiing up for a white flank. There's a pack and a mine being prepared though down here. But it looks like the Soviets can soon push through. They just need to decide when. Germans have their tank force prepared. We have double T-60 as well to support the 85 soon. Big armored force here from the Waffen-SS Panzerdivision. From their last hurrah. That's a lot of AT equipment now being prepared by the Soviets. Will be able to push through down here? That's the question. Or up there, rather. Oh shit, that's a Soviet demo charge. Didn't even notice. Only hit some of the Sturmgrenadiers though. Very cheeky though. Hammer's taking out 85s. Remember, the Panther does have more frontal armor than the Tiger does. Tiger has the better gun though. Command Panthers. Oh, that was a mine! Well done from the Soviets preparing that. Oh, Command Panther's taking some big shots. Command Panther gets cleared out. And another mine hits the Donner Tiger! Oh god! Very well played there from Duke Marley preparing mines. That's exactly what you're supposed to do to stop heavy tanks. A few mines can really just stop a tank push. And that's why you need to always check for mines. Or scream at infantry. As tanks moving in their own can just be vulnerable to that kind of stuff. This Tiger's holding on for quite a while though. The Panther's still mostly fine. But it won't last long. I think one more shell will penetrate it soon. There we go. The Panther has to pull back. And the T-50-45s are getting up. That's gonna be a lot of 85s. Holy shit. I don't think the Germans are prepared for this. K-85s is a critical mass. Once they reach critical mass, there's no stopping it. They're about to roll over the German front line, and I see no Teller mines or Eagle mines to stop this. They're gonna completely push through the center now. Of course, they cause a little bit of a traffic jam. And there we go, the Germans surrendered seeing the critical mass arriving. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you next one. Bye bye!